What's going on, guys? I'm Cliff Chance. This is It Any Good? Sorry I haven't made a video in a little while. Towards the end of January and February, normally I somehow seem to always get a cold that knocks me on my ass for a couple weeks. This year is no different, but after a few weeks on antibiotics, I'm back. I saw Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of a One Harley Quinn this past weekend. So now I'm going to let you know if it's any good. First and foremost, that title is ridiculously long. Also, it should not have Birds of Prey as the main part of the title because they are very much secondary characters in this movie, which is something I'll get into a little bit later. But also, I saw since they had bad ticket sales this weekend, which is kind of a disappointment because this movie is actually surprisingly good. They blamed the title, so they had theaters shorten on the marquee to Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. While I do think the title is part of the problem, for the most part, they just marketed this movie bad. So I think that had a lot to do with the bad ticket sales. But enough about that. Let's get into the movie and not on the title. This movie is very much a Harley Quinn story. It kind of takes place after the events of Suicide Squad. She's broken up with the Joker, so she has lost that protection. And so all of Gotham City is now out to get her because she's wronged a lot of people. And as they come after her to try to kill her, they tell you what she has done to them. It's funny. A lot of them are kind of funny. But she's also attracted the attention of Roman Sionis, who is also Black Mask in the comics. While he wants to kill Harley Quinn, he's also after this little girl named Cassandra Cain, who, if you're familiar with the comics, she becomes Batgirl at some point after Barbara Gordon gets paralyzed by the Joker. But here she's just a little kid who is a pickpocket, and she stole a diamond that he really wants. So he is after her, so Harley Quinn must protect her along with the Birds of Prey. They all kind of team up at some point and protect this little girl. That's the plot. The things that I enjoyed about this movie, I actually had quite a bit. Like I said, this movie is surprisingly good. I like the way they told this story. It's non-linear. It's Harley Quinn narrating it much like Deadpool did in his movies. So it's kind of hopping around. She'll be like telling part of a story, and she'll be like, "Hold up, for you to understand what's happening, we need to go back a little bit." And it kind of shows the chaotic nature of this character, which I really enjoyed. And I'm glad they did that. It's kind of like a Guy Ritchie type of storytelling or Quentin Tarantino. But I really like that. I also really like the fight scenes in this movie. We get a couple really big ones and a couple smaller ones throughout the movie. The two big ones are very well done, I thought. One's a raid on a police station where you get to see Harley Quinn be a badass. Because she very much is in the comics. Everybody always thinks that she's the Joker's girlfriend. She's like kind of his sidekick. When she has her moments to shine, she is a pretty badass character in the comics. She knows how to hold her own. And then we get one where they all a big one towards the end of the movie. I mean, at the climax where they're all teamed up, and that's a very fun one to watch. It's in a fun house. A lot of times these fight scenes, too, are another reason I like this movie. The soundtrack, they pair songs with each fight that are very well done. I mean, with most scenes, they pair songs that work and kind of add to the emotions that you need to feel while you're watching this movie. Much in the way Guardians of the Galaxy did or Baby Driver did. That something that's becoming more and more popular with movies, which I really enjoy. The performances in this movie are all fantastic. Nobody calls it in. I might have problems with the way the characters are written, but I'm not going to hold that against the actors. The actors acted their parts very well. Margaret Robbie, she's one of the reasons I was able to get through Suicide Squad. I enjoy her as Harley Quinn. And I enjoyed her even more in this. I thought she did, they give her more time to shine. They focus on her more. And she does a very good job with this. It's a character she clearly has a lot of fun playing. And that shows. Ewan McGregor as Roman Sionis, Black Mask. To get in, I liked him acting as this character, but I was not necessarily a fan of the way this character is written. I'm a fan of the Black Mask that's in this Batman story called War Games, where this entire city is under gigantic gang wars are going on, and Black Mask is kind of working behind the scenes, torturing and killing gang leaders, and eventually he becomes the the overall leader of the entire Gotham City underworld by the end of the story. And I was hoping to kind of see a little bit of that, and we do get a little bit of that. But for the most part, this character is very flamboyant and in your face. And by the end of the movie, while it started off kind of fun, it got a little tiresome, a little cartoony. But, you know, Ewan McGregor, he clearly had fun playing this role, and I'm not going to hold how this character was written against him. He had a lot of fun with it, and he gave a good performance. Another one that I really enjoyed was Chris Messina. I guess that's how you say his name. He's in, I want to say New Girl, but I think it's Mindy Project. And he's also in Newsroom. He's not a main character in Newsroom, but he plays Victor Zsasz. In the comic books, Victor Zsasz is a very sadistic guy. He likes to kill people, or as he calls it, he's freeing them from this world. But as he kills them, he likes to cut himself, and he keeps that's how he keeps a tally of everybody he's killed. So his body's covered with scars. In the comics, he has a special place where whenever he finally kills Batman, to where he's going to mark that on his body. And they do a good job of kind of showing that sadistic, crazy, you don't know what he's going to do in this movie. Unfortunately, he's not in it enough. Once I saw that they were portraying him the right way, I was very disappointed that he didn't have more screen time. And then two other ones that actually my two favorite characters in the movie also didn't have enough screen time. And that was Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Helena Bertinelli, who's also the Huntress. She's this character that's kind of on a quest of vengeance. Very much a Punisher type of character. I mean, she has her time to be a badass. And then also Jarny Smollett Bell, who's playing Diana Lance, or Black Canary. This is probably my favorite Black Canary portrayal that I've seen. I do like the ones that they've had on Arrowverse, so I'm not like taking anything away from them. But I just really like the one in this movie. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a lot of time to shine, but they do focus heavily on her fighting style, which is a big part of her in the comics. And we do get a canary cry at one point in this movie, and I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed this movie's R-rated, and they take advantage of that. Don't take your kids to see this. Yeah, it's a comic book movie, but it's R-rated. They take advantage of it. There's some nasty deaths. There's some gruesome stuff in this movie. They cuss a lot. I mean, and it works. I'm glad that they made this movie R-rated, because I think it would have been terrible as a PG-13 movie. Some of the stuff I did not like. Like I said, I did not like some of the way some of the characters are written. I was not a fan of Renee Montoya or Cassandra Cain. I just didn't like how they were portrayed. Again, nothing against the actresses. Actually, the actress that played Cassandra Cain was not that good. But she's a little kid. She has time to get better with this skill. Also, the middle of the movie, it slows way down. So, it comes out swinging in the first act, gets really slow in the second, and then it goes back to swinging in the third act. So, the pacing's a little off for me. And then, two, this movie's only about, 2 hours long. And it had too many characters in it. So, not a lot of the characters get, character development. So, it kind of struggles there. But, at the same time, the little bit that we do get of some of those characters, they're played well enough to where it doesn't hurt the movie completely. All in all, I thought Birds of Prey was a very fun movie. I'm glad to see DC's they seem to be continuing in this right direction with their movies. I'm going to give Birds of Prey a 7 out of 10. Let me know what you guys thought about in the comments below. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm Cliff Chance. This is It Any Good? Thank you.